calling all liberals. So you know how you get triggered really bad by the words like dictator and fascist? Well, it's finally come out that your coveted president, Barack Obama, spied on President Trump and his campaign. Hillary Clinton knew about it, Joe knew about it, and now you know about it. As the party that takes every opportunity to scream fascist and dictator, I would think you'd be all over this one. But you've been silent. You don't care about fascism at all. You don't care about dictatorships at all. You don't care about kings at all. You hate Trump. Own it. You don't care about democracy. This coup is the opposite of democracy. They weaponized and politicized a coup to take down the Trump administration. Dictators politicize elections, and they go after their opponents that they don't like. Fascism uses propaganda to silence speech and political opposition. You stand for that? This is the biggest story and scandal of our lifetime, and our media has been completely silent. Are you okay with that? Do you stand for that propaganda? So the next time you want kings, dictators, and fascism, shut up. You don't care about those things. You have Trump syndrome, and it's showing.
Yes, a lot is heating up about this family. We have been talking about these people for almost a week now. Daily Mail published an audio. I don't know if you've seen this. Michelle Obama mocks Barack presidential ambitions that brought her fame and fortune as divorce rumors continue to swell. We saw what they did a few days ago. They came out to address this whole situation. Michelle can't even stop. In as much as Barack is receiving massive backlash everywhere, they sat down today in an interview. I'm going to show you what she actually said here. But before I do that, there is something more concerning. Whoopi Goldberg is insane. Whoopi Goldberg defend her Lord and Savior Barack Obama after Trump exposing his corruption. You can't make this up. It is insane. First, take a look at this.
A sitting president just accused a former president of treason. Now, do people realize how serious an allegation this is? And for me, didn't the Supreme Court, under the guidance of this president, say that presidents have immunity? So that would mean that nothing Obama did, because you didn't say no, that only you have immunity. You said presidents. So this means you have no right to try to take him to court because he did what he did as president. So how does that work? Is it only you who is clear, or are they all clear? In which case, President Biden might be, kicking some new stuff up to you too. Because if you say nobody has immunity, or everybody, you have to decide which way you're going to go.
It's like Obama still lives rent-free in his head. I think Michelle Obama still lives rent-free in his head. I think the fact that Malia graduated from Harvard still lives rent-free in his head. And it's just the very swag that Obama has that he will never have. In fact, there is a viral clip going on right now. Check this out.
Touch them up and go. Oh, ching-ching-ching. Here comes the stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer.
Yes, you see? He will never
be cool.
have swag. He will never be cool.
Never.
And that's just what this is about. It's very high school.
Yeah. I think it's actually about distracting from.
Yes, this is coming a day after a statement was issued from the office of Barack Obama. Out of respect for the office of the presidency, our office does not normally dignify the constant nonsense and misinfo flowing out of the White House with a response. But these claims are outrageous enough to merit one. These bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction. Nothing in the document issued last week undercut the widely accepted conclusion that Roe worked to influence the 2016 presidential elect, but did not successfully manipulate any vote. These findings were affirmed in a 2020 report by the Bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee led by then Chairman Marco Rubio. Tulsi Gabbard recently just referred Obama to the DOJ
to say that's what you were or that's who you Yes.
Were you ever embarrassed to say that's what you were or that's who you wanted to be?
I wouldn't say embarrassed, but more so, what is the word? It felt like an ambitious statement. Like inside, people may be like, "Yeah, okay."
Oh,
you
so
know,
you didn't want to sound like you were bragging.
It's like my husband. I want to be president of the United States. It's like, no, you might want to keep that to yourself, honey. That's so nice. You want to be president. Exactly. That. Or like when someone's like, I want to play basketball and I'm going to be the best basketball player ever. And you're like, okay.
Would you be attracted to a guy who's not financially sound when you meet him?
I married one.
Don't you like that alley-oop I just threw?
I left my corporate firm when I met Barack, and I had somebody who was like, I got your back. The risk you think you're taking, they're not that crazy, and I'm here to help you. That's when I said, I would rather have that in a partner than a higher income. Sort of the darn thing about being a grown-up.
Yeah.
It's like when you lose your parents, you lose you're next up.
Yeah, right.
And I guess if anything with mom's loss, I think I thank God you're my big brother and I have a husband who's older, because Barack was saying, well, you're next up. And I was like, I'm not really ready to be next up. So I told him, you're next up and Craig is next up. I delegate that power to you because it's a little, that's really when you become an adult, is when your parents are not in that spot of managing and maintaining. But that's going to happen at some point where each of us in our own lives we become the parent, we become the convener, we become the glue.
I always used to wonder why always had that sour look on their face anytime that DJT was around. As a matter of fact, it got so bad to the point where he didn't even show up to the events that DJT was going to be at, including his most recent inauguration. And now with Tulsi Gabbard's whistleblowing, it all makes sense. Now, I actually commend, allegedly, Michelle Obama. I commend Michelle for keeping it real. Because imagine having this guy right here. Look at him skinning and grinning, cheesing and wheezing, whilst at the same time committing treason. Can I get an amen? This man right here continued to show himself to be some sort of neutral party. At the very least, he was against you based off of just political convictions. But instead, this is the man responsible, allegedly, for trying to sabotage not just your political career, but your life. The man wanted you in cuffs or better off. Yeah, we need to get that cell warmed up, and we need to get those cuffs cuffing.
Yes, when you take a look at this, Tulsi Gabbard must announce that she has officially referred Barack to the criminal prosecution. Gabbard, the evidence that we have found, that we have released, directly point to President Obama, leading to the manufacturing of the intelligence assessment. There are multiple pieces of evidence and intelligence that confirm that fact. They just had a press conference with the White House. I think I'm going to do a full segment on that to show you some videos, what actually happened. I don't always like to make the videos long. What I see with Libras today, they are singing, oh, Obama has immunity. Oh, Trump and the Supreme Court only did that to favor him. Oh, what exactly? At the third point, I just want to see the end result of this And please bear with me. We are going to witness something we have not seen before. Some say this is a distraction. I just want to see the end result. I'm going to cover this to the very end. Thank you guys for always been there sharing on my videos. If you see any clips at the end of this video, that is for the YT algorithm. You can share the video.
Barack Obama is not our daddy. He is not somebody that we admire.
It's very clear. We are a Big Ten party. We are a coalition by definition. The Democratic Farmer Labor Party. Our party is made up of farmers and laborers. Our party is made up of progressives, environmentalists, feminists, democratic socialists, gays, lender. We come from different places. We come from different spaces. We represent what is best about America. Our differences are our strength. If you want to be in an authoritarian party, go be a Republican. We are not a top-down party. We're a bottom-up party. We're going to build this coalition together.
But what is Obama talking about?
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad is. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Road. What a voice. I cried. But
Any barriers, don'ts, landmines, limitations.
So many rules.
My choices are mine. Making this easy. People line up for my advice. And you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like, I've written books. I've given speeches. Line up for my advice. It's like,
why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize?
Why? Marriage, infertility.
How hard it is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said I will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial. 100
has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification.
This is not going to end.
He says, but what if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense because kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you...
Because she's fearful.
Registration Act is
talking about term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
How bad is his reputation going to be?
It's bad.
I need to connect the dots.
Going to carry a level of weight.
Games and out to dinner with their daughter.